All right, everybody, welcome to the Final Five eviction ceremony. Jay has nominated Jesse and Danny for eviction, and the house guests will cast votes to evict as they have done in the past. But before they get to that, we'll give both the nominees a chance to plead their case for why they should stay in the house. Jesse, we'll start with you.
Oh, okay. Hi. I would basically we already did our pleas on a house call that you missed, Alex, but
Do them again. I don't know.
yeah, I've said what I've said today, and just I've said what I said. I've said all I can say. And if I go against Danny, I understand if I stay, that's great. But either way, no hard feelings.
Thank you, Jesse. Danny.
Okay, so I will do a small speech just so Alex can hear some things. Um, First of all, Jesse, you have been wonderful to play with, no matter what happens. Thank you for being awesome. Caden, you were just as awesome, even though we didn't get as much of a time to really talk and like have conversations. I still think you're awesome. Caleb, you know how I feel about you, and I don't think I need to explain anything more to you. So vote how you want to, and let's party.
All right, thank you, Danny. Caleb and Caden, you are the only two players that will be voting this week. So you can just confirm your votes or vote if you haven't already in your project.
I had just did it right as I joined.
Uh, okay. All right, give me one sec. And of course, give this time for shout outs while I do things.
Shout out to my boyfriend Henry and my best friend Mac.
There we go. Hey.
Hey.
Jacob,
What's up, y'all?
Okay.
can we vote him out too?
Uh,
You see, only one of us has been actually voted off of this series on Pro, and I want to keep it that way.
No, Jacob, sorry, you're next.
oh,
That's
that's
fucked up.
man. That's
Well, as
man,
long
that's,
as Liz is first, I'm okay with it.
No, you're
um,
first, Jacob.
That's crazy. Well, apparently Jay forgot Heather was here, so like I that's probably my fault. I don't know.
Okay. I have the votes. Once the vote count is read, the evicted house guests will have just a few moments to say their final words before leaving the Zoom call. That being said, by a vote of 1-1, we have a tie. One vote to evict Jesse, one vote to evict Danny. Jay did let us know what he would like to do in the event of a tie, and Jay has voted to send Jesse home. With that, Jesse, you have been evicted from the hypnotic Big Brother house. If you have any final words, now is the time to give them.
Um, I'm gonna say just because we work together doesn't mean my vote is lost. So I do wish you guys would have just been honest and said, yeah, I'm voting you because I knew in the case of a tie it would be Jay. But rat noises, and bye.
Jesse, thank you for playing. We loved having you, but this does end your time in the house. All right.
Before I could even make my goodbye, like damn, she already left.
That was crazy. All right, with that, congratulations everyone on making it to the final four of Hypnotic Big Brother Season 4. With that, we're gonna go right into our head of household competition. Does everyone have something to write on? I forget if I said you needed that, but you do.
I think you did yesterday, but I totally forgot. Let me just give me 1 minute.
Oh,
Take as much
LOL.
time as you
Okay.
need. And once everyone collects their materials, I'll explain the rules of the head of household competition. We've also mentioned, preferably, we can do the nominations tonight as well, if so be. And the veto competition would be semi-live, so just schedule a time in
Yeah.
tonight or tomorrow to which you will both be available to.
And then would we do the everything else tomorrow night?
Ideally.
So okay.
We
So
could. We technically
it's
could.
it's more
It's
up
up
to
to
you.
the player.
Yeah. What we have on the schedule is tonight is Final Four HOH and nominations. Throughout the day tomorrow, everyone will do the veto. We'll have veto results and Final Four eviction tomorrow night. And then for the next 3 days after that, there will be one part
Parts 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
of the final HOH competition.
So, like how last season we had the entire Final Four round the night of the Final Five eviction. So like it's really up to the
Right.
players. Like if you all were like, we could just bust this out right now, we could.
Right.
But obviously Jay is not in attendance, nor did we tell him it was mandatory to show up. And it's a semi-live veto anyway, so it wouldn't have been possible here, but yeah.
I'm ready, by the way, with my little cat pen.
So real. I know Danny is vanished. Oh, there he is. Danny is visible now. Hooray.
Jacob,
All right,
just
so
check,
welcome.
just check the doc real quick.
I'm on the dock. But why am I supposed to? What am I? We good?
Is that part good?
The questions? Yeah.
This part.
What part? Where are you on the dock?
Jacob Bowman.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I mean, are you on the sheet
Yes.
for this competition?
Yes.
On the logistics doc.
Yes. It's good.
Do you see what I have highlighted?
Yes.
Okay.
If we need it, then yes, it's good.
Okay, thank you. That's all I'm asking.
You're welcome. Jeez, I was like, what am I supposed to look at?
All right, say words now. Jeez.
All right.
Louise.
Welcome, everybody, to the Final Four Head of Household competition. Of course, it's been a long game for you all, so it's only fitting that we test how well you remember when things occurred in the game. The HOH competition is called Before and After, and here's how it's going to work. We're going to ask you a question in the form of, did event A happen before or after event B? You will write down either before or after, and everyone will reveal their answers at the same time. I'm gonna say 3, 2, 1, reveal. Give me a thumbs up when you're prepared with your answer so we know. If you get it correct, you get 1 point. And the house guest with the most points at the end, the 9 questions we have for you will become the new head of household. And I'm not sure if we've done this in past seasons, but we will induce a mercy rule. So if it doesn't matter, we're going to terminate the challenge early. But in the event of a tie, we have a tiebreaker question. That sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but no verbal okays. I got a couple thumbs. See, I appreciate y'all. All right.
Yes, Dad.
Question 1. Was Chris nominated for the fourth time, before or after the collab twist ended?
Sorry, I need that repeated one more time.
I'll repeat all the questions. I'll say all the questions twice. Was Chris nominated for the fourth time before or after the collab twist ended? All right, Danny has a thumb up.
Does spelling matter?
I don't know how you'd misspell like either before or after to look like the others.
I
So
just
yeah,
don't know how to
no, it's fine. If you put B4 or A for after, like it's cool. I trust. Caden. This is also a good chance to spell check. All right, Caleb. Sorry. 3, 2, 1, review. Okay. Caleb said before. Caden and Danny both said after. Chris was nominated for the fourth time before the collab twist was over. So Caleb gets a point. We move on to question number 2. Was the veto used for the first time before or after 2 players were selected to play by house guest choice? I'm gonna repeat that. Was the veto used for the first time before or after 2 players were selected to play in veto by house guest choice?
I
Danny has a thumb
will
up.
clarify this. Selected in the same veto competition.
I'm sorry, I'm still very lost.
There's 2 house guest choice in 1 veto pick.
Correct.
Before.
Oh, okay.
Was the power
okay.
veto used for the first time before or after a ceremony where 2 people were chosen by house guest choice at the same time? Okay, we got some thumbs up. We're just waiting on one more. 3 thumbs. Hooray. 3, 2, 1, review. All right, everybody said after. The correct answer is after. So everyone gets a point for that. Yippee hooray. All that confusion just for you all to get it right anyways. Let's good on y'all, man. All right, we move on to question 3. Was the veto used on a demonetized house guest before or after a player won their second competition? Let me repeat. Was the veto used on a demonetized house guest before or after a player won their second competition? Have a thumb up from Caleb. Have a thumb up from Danny.
Can you say it one more time? I'm so
No
sorry,
problem.
Jacob.
Was the veto used on a demonetized house guest before or after a player won their second competition?
Yeah, I feel good about it.
Okay. Caleb has his thumb up. Danny has everyone has their thumb up. 3, 2, 1, review. We got some different answers this time. Caleb and Danny said before. Caden said after. The veto was used on a demonetized house guest before a player won their second competition. So Caleb and Danny get a point. Caden does not. We move on to question 4. And as it stands, Caleb's in the lead with 3. Danny's in second with 2. And Caden's behind with 1. Still anyone's game. No mercy rule necessary. Yeah. We move on to question 4. Did Tawny get house guest choice for the 3rd time before or after her 4th competition win? So did Tawny pick someone due to house guest choice before or after she won a 4th competition?
House guest choice for the 3rd time before after.
Yeah, for the 3rd time. For the 4th one. Kane has a thumb up. Caleb has a thumb up. Danny has a thumb up. 3, 2, 1, review. Okay, Caden said before, both Danny and Caleb. Caleb! Ugh, the Caden Caleb thing, it just bugs me. The correct answer
Get it together.
is that Tawny got house guest choice for the 3rd time before her 4th competition win. So Caden's the only one to get a point there. We move on to hi Jay. We move on to question 5. Was the veto used for the 3rd week in a row before or after day 22? So was the veto used for the 3rd week in a row before or after day 22? Caden has a thumb up. Caleb has a thumb up. Danny has a thumb up. 3, 2, 1, review. We got some different answers again. All right. Danny and Caden said before. Caleb said after. The veto was used for the 3rd week in a row after day 22. That means Caleb gets a point. We move on to question 6. Did David play in his first veto competition before or after Vicky played in her second veto competition? I'm going to repeat. Did David play in his first veto competition before or after Vicky played in her second veto competition? Have a thumb up from Danny. Have a thumb up from Caleb. Have a thumb up from Caden. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Everyone said before. David played in his first veto competition after Vicky played in her second. No one gets a point there. We move on to the next question. Was the second unanimous vote before or after David received a strike for not voting? Was there a second unanimous vote before or after David received a strike for not voting? Caden has their thumb up. Caleb has a thumb up. Danny has a thumb up. 3, 2, 1, review. All right, some different answers here. Caden said before. Danny and Caleb said after. The second unanimous vote was after David received a strike for not voting. We don't need to continue. Congratulations, Caleb. You are the final four head of household. And just for funsies, the last question was the first live veto competition before or after Caitlin was voted out. The answer for that was before, and we never needed to do a tiebreaker because a tiebreaker would not have been possible anymore. So, Caleb, of course, as the head of household, it is your responsibility to name 2 of your fellow house guests for potential eviction. But before you do that, congratulations on making it to final 3. That is no easy feat. You have a 1 in 3 chance of winning the game, and at least a 2 in 3 chance of pleading your case to the jury. We said that we would like for the HOH and nominations to be tonight. Yeah. HOH things.
We'll give you like an hour.
Give you an
I was
hour.
gonna say, you want them right now, or like just give me a bit. Give me a
Up
bit.
to you.
Up to you.
Yeah.
I would say do it now, but that's me, because to be quite honest, you have 3 options and you
Yeah,
have to put up 2 people. You should not need that long. So
right. Exactly.
Of
I
course.
just wanna.
Yeah.
And
I want
there's
to see if
also
there are any
the-
volunteers.
Oh.
Would anybody like to go up on the block? Would anybody like to put themselves up?
Caleb, don't play.
No, it's a genuine question.
No.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think you were gonna get a good answer for that, Caleb.
No. Mm-mm.
All right. Well, with that, we'll end the recording and
We'll see you for the nomination ceremony.